The Strange Death of Sam Kinison. The strange death of Sam Kinison as told by people who were present and heard his last words. Sam Kinison was born in Yakima, Washington. His parents were Pentecostal preachers who preached in different churches around the country. Sam followed his dad's footsteps and became a Pentecostal preacher himself after attending Bible school in New York. His sermons were the old-style fire and brimstone approach. However, after he and his wife divorced, he gave up the ministry and got involved in comedy, starting in small clubs in Texas. His comedy style wasn't unlike his preaching, which featured screams and yelling. His reputation was that of a hard-drinking, loud-mouthed wild man. Kinison's routines involved screaming about the hypocrisy of television evangelists with no subject off-limits. After appearances at the Kinison Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, Rodney Dangerfield had him appear on an HBO Young Comedian special in 1984, which launched his comedy career. He later appeared in a Dangerfield film and made recordings of his comic routine. He made appearances in various television programs as an actor and was on the David Letterman and Johnny Carson programs. Howard Stern had him as a frequent guest as well. With his successful career, Kinison got involved in heavy cocaine use as well as alcohol and other drugs, but before his death had been successful in working to overcome the addictions. In addition, his career took a turn for the better and he was negotiating for a television network show at the time of his death. His personal life also took a turn for the better. A week before he died, he married Malika, the woman who had been his constant companion for 5 years. They spent the last week before his death at the Mauna Kea Beach Hotel in Hawaii on their honeymoon. He was reported as being very happy. On Friday, April 10, 1992, about 7:30 p.m., Kinison and his wife were driving in a Pontiac Trans Am from Los Angeles to Laughlin, Nevada, where he was going to perform before a sold-out audience. He was sober and drug-free. Behind his car was his brother Bill and 2 other assistants in a van with Kinison's dog. A couple of teenagers in a 1974 Chevy truck were approaching the Trans Am on Highway 95 near the California-Nevada border. The teenagers had been drinking and the truck crossed the center line. Sam saw the truck coming at him and managed to slow his car to 15 miles per hour in an effort to avoid a collision. In the van behind Kinison's car, his brother Bill saw the truck across the center line and yelled out, "Watch out for that guy, Sam, that guy's in your lane," and then he screamed, "Watch him, Sam. Watch him." A tremendous crash followed and Bill skidded the van to a stop. He ran to check on his brother. The teenage driver had moderate injuries, but his teenage passenger had only minor cuts and bruises. Sam had not been wearing a seatbelt and the crash had thrown him into the windshield. It knocked out Malika, but Kinison managed to get out of the car with what appeared to be only cuts on his lip and forehead. His brother and the others begged him to lay down, and he did, with his best friend, Carl Labov, who had been in the following van, holding his head in his hands. At first it looked like there were no serious injuries to Kinison, but within minutes he suddenly said to no one in particular, "I don't want to die. I don't want to die." He was having a conversation, talking to an unseen person or entity. Then there was a pause. Kinison was listening to this person speak. Then he asked, "But why?" And after another pause, Labov heard him clearly say, "Okay, okay, okay." Labov said, the last "okay" was so soft and at peace. Whatever voice was talking to him gave him the right answer and he just relaxed with it. He said it so sweet, like he was talking to someone he loved. Kinison then lost consciousness. Efforts to resuscitate him failed. Kinison died at the scene from internal injuries. He was just 38 years old. Some say that it was Sam's time to die and the unwitting teenagers were guided by an unseen force to take Sam's life. After his death there was a lot of speculation about Sam Kinison's last conversation with the unseen spirit, being or angel, and what was being said to him. Was it Jesus? Was it a relative that had passed? No one will ever know until we can ask Sam ourselves on the other side. Don't rest in peace, Sam. Give them hell in heaven and keep making people laugh. We miss you, Sam.